Welcome to the Mana Shrine. Have you been sent here with a task? Or are you here in search of a healer? Speak now. Or have you taken a vow of silence?
It sounds like you're doing good work.
Saving our world. The only work that matters. This is the Mana Shrine, where ELEX is turned from poison to nectar. One day, all ELEX will come here, and Magalan will be free from its influence. Until then, we must contend with the danger here. The power released from ELEX can make the shrine a hazardous place. Please, be careful here. The power of ELEX. Tell me, who are you? You've not said what you're doing here. Something brought you here, didn't it? You were drawn to this place.
I was an alb, but I'm free from ELEX now.
Then you are an alb no more. It is ELEX that turns a man into an alb. Without that poison, you are free to make your own choices. You have told me who you were. Now we will find out who you are. Please understand, whatever feelings are new to you, every person faces that same struggle. It is the struggle Magalan suffers from too. She is dosed with ELEX. She has it in her veins as you did. But Magalan does not suffer from temptation. You must feel the lure of ELEX to your bones, the power it offers. Resist it. One sign of you giving in to the temptation of ELEX, and I will be forced to report you. If this world gives in to ELEX, it will consume us all.
So, how do you transform ELEX?
Transmute. We transmute ELEX. We place the ELEX in the Mana Shrine. There is something in this mountain, the way the rock was changed by the comet. As the ELEX passes through, it is changed, purified into mana. If you bring anything that has been altered by ELEX close to the shrine, you can feel it.
You're comfortable with an alb living in Goliath?
An alb is a man who has become a slave to ELEX. It seems to me that you have freed yourself. That makes you a rare individual. Still, you are wise to be wary. There are those here who would kill you if they learn your background. But though it is not one of our written laws, it is central to our beliefs and to me that we should give all those who want it a second chance. If you are prepared to leave your past behind, you should be given a chance. Are you willing to do this? That is good. Now, Angrim or Ragnar will happily chew your ear about the law, but everyone else will look to your actions.
What do you do with the mana?
Our mana is everything. It is life itself. It is mana that allows us to do magic. No other faction of the free people can do that. The mana potions we make give us that ability. It makes our warriors stronger, more powerful than any of the Alb's machines. But it doesn't just make us strong, it also makes the world blossom. Look around. All of this is the work of our world hearts.
World hearts?
World hearts are the center of everything we do. The heart of the berserkers. They are plants we enrich with mana. They bring the soil back to life.
Will you trade me some mana for ELEX?
Gladly.
What goods have you got?
Sure.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
You, what are you doing? You're scaring away everything within a day's walk. You crash around like that, you'll scare off anything you can eat and attract everything that wants to make a meal of you.
I don't know these forests.
That's as plain as a horny troll in your sleeping sack. You'd better learn quick if you want to stay alive. You're scaring away the prey that is my livelihood. It's hard enough bringing in the food I have to, without some big-footed oaf crashing through the forest. Still, seeing as you aren't a natural hunter, maybe you'd like to buy some goods from me.
What do you have to trade? You're a hunter?
Yeah, I found my place. This is where I belong, with nature and for nature. I want nothing to do with Goliath.
Why not?
Too much talking, too much bullshit. Out here, peace. But you look like a talker. Is that why you're here? To talk?
What are you hunting?
Whatever I find. You can't be too picky if you want to hit Goliath's quota and feed yourself. You won't catch anyone in Goliath roasting a rot boar. They're missing good meat.
Do you want to stay a hunter?
Nothing wrong with hunting. Let other people kiss ass and climb ladders. I want to stay out here. It's bad enough they send me these half-baked apprentices.
You don't like apprentices?
Apprentices want to be hunters. I get people who don't want to be anything else, so get sent here.
You don't think they deserve a chance?
Sending them here just gives them a chance to get killed. Live day to day, having to hit your quota of meat to send home, while you train people who don't want to be here? I went hunting with Leonard a few days ago. He was so clumsy, he brought a whole pack of raptors down on us. We got home here with no meat, and all of those damn raptors followed us right back here onto our hunting grounds. I'm not doing that again.
You should take care of the raptors.
Hunt raptors alone? Sure. Why not? What's the point of living, hey? Me? I'm gonna have to wait those raptors out. And Goliath will get its meat when I'm ready.
A berserker was killed. The body was found in the forest.
The forest is a dangerous place.
Do you always hunt with a bow?
A bow? Traps? You should always try and kill at a distance. Learn that, and you will live longer. I'm here to feed berserkers, not the creatures.
When were you last in the forest by Goliath?
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota. As long as I send them meat and fur, I can stay out here away from small talk and politics.
Sociable guy, aren't you?
Sociable just means happy to talk shit. I don't talk shit.
The berserker who was murdered was called Asgore. Did you know him?
Asgore? That asshole. Yeah, I knew him. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated everyone else like rot boar shit.
You didn't like Asgore.
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to. Little shit won't be missed.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only asked me about Asgore. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to pin this on me?
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there and speak to the raptors.
Is that your only alibi?
I'm a hunter. You want to know where I am? I'm always here in the forest.
Teach me something.
Sure.
About the raptors. Have you found the raptors' trail?
They've been moving around a lot, but it looks like they're to the west of here for now.
About the raptors. Why don't we hunt them together?
I've had one apprentice almost get me killed. I don't need another amateur risking my life. And that's what you'd be doing.
You can trust me.
I don't trust anyone.
you completely sure? I mean, yeah, what the fuck?
Gossip is just gossip. You shouldn't listen to it. Take care.
Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed around the world, Heart.
I'm no threat.
So you say. What brings you all the way out here?
Are you responsible for the world heart here?
That's what you care about? The world, Heart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world heart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I didn't want to do it. This was a sentence. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
How safe is the world's heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first, or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to Ragnar?
Yeah. Can you tell him about the World Heart? That it's okay? He should know we're still working, even though the patrols aren't coming to check. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
Where do you get your supplies from?
Directly from Goliath, normally. Sometimes, we'll get something from passing hunters. But you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries come to a halt?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense and cut down on the supply runs. We're supposed to be self-sufficient out here, but with more Alb attacks and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or hunt anymore.
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce, but gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special, just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
I'll see what I can do.
Please, just don't forget. I can't farm, fight, and bring in supplies. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.
What do you mean the Albs don't register the World Heart?
They don't come here. They bypass it, keeping their distance. You'd think they'd come straight for it, huh? It's eating ELEX, and they sort of want all the ELEX, don't they? Maybe they don't like the mana. The mutants here love it, but when they eat it, it makes them sick. Maybe the Albs can sense that, and they want to stay healthy.
Why plant the World Heart out here where it's in danger?
You don't understand much about our ways, do you?
So tell me.
We're changing the world with them. Wherever you plant a World Heart, it extracts the ELEX from the ground, pulls the poison out of the soil. It makes the soil come back to life. Lets Magellan's nature return to it. So whenever we plant a World Heart, life follows. The more we plant, the more of Magellan is restored. We have to plant them in places like this because it's where they make a difference. All this around us, is because of the World Heart.
So where do the World Hearts come from?
I don't know. They found the first ones, the first Berserkers. They realized what it could do, that it fed on ELEX rather than dying from it, so they started cultivating them.
Tell me, what do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Askor was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it, and from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new World Heart, but it never arrived.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him, people talked about him, but I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a World Heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the spares.
I swear those creatures are getting more dangerous.
Are you completely sure? I mean, yeah, what the fuck?
Do you ever think about how things might have been before the comet?
Really?
You better not try anything. Get out of our house. There's nothing for you here. Nothing. You're dead meat.
nothing to do?
What? Who are you? What do you want? Who goes there?
Are you a guard?
Stop asking questions and answer them. Who are you?
You're lucky I'm not an enemy.
Well, you know, it's not like the elves are going to attack these trees, is it? If there's one thing the elves know we got a lot of, it's trees. And it's not like these trees do much. I mean, they're not going to run away while I'm asleep, are they? Did Master Thorold send you? Is there something important? Because if not, just go, okay?
What makes you think Thorold the Pilgrim sent me?
When he was still the big boss up there in Goliath, he used to reprimand me quite often. I wondered if he was still keeping an eye on me. Still, whatever. I've heard he's retreated into study. Let him play with his magic. I hope it does save us. And while he's away, I have my peace and quiet out here.
What do you know about Thorold's retreat?
Not much. It said that he is working on a plan to stop the Alps. It's something huge that would change the war in all of Magalan. You think it? It happens. The Alps are screwed. Just like that. No idea what it is, though. But nobody is really allowed to talk about it. Well, then nobody even really understands what he's doing anyway.
Where is Pilgrim Thorold?
Well, that is confidential. Meaning, if anyone actually knows, no one is actually safe. Maybe he will figure out how to rob the Alps of their magical strength, at least. Then good, honest warriors could go back to sleeping in nice, comfortable beds.
Now there's a future that Magalan should be fighting for. I need to ask you about Ascor's murder.
I can't tell you anything about that. Not anything that's not being said already. He should have kept his head down like me. Ambition only gets you dead. He should have picked his spot and stayed there. Why are you interested in that? Really?
Ascor's body was found near here. Did you see it?
No. I know where he was found. But no, I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't see him. I wouldn't want to remember him like that. My duties keep me here most of the time. So I stay looking after my girls, the trees, making sure they stay safe.
Where do you go when you do get away?
Nearby. Not Goliath, if that's what you mean. I tend to stay out here these days.
Where nearby?
The lift into the Valley of the Damned. That's a good place to relax. There's quite the view of the valley there. It's a good place to let your worries just drift away.
Have you been trained to use that sword?
All berserkers are. You think I could survive out here if I couldn't use it?
Did you know Ascor well?
Since we were old enough to crawl, our parents were friends. We grew up like brothers.
You look quite strong for somebody who's just standing around all day.
Maybe. And?
Tell me what you do know about the murder.
Me? I only know what people are saying. That they thought Ascor had run away, but he hadn't. He'd been murdered somewhere out in the forest. I was out here at the time, on guard duty.
Did anyone see you? Is there anyone who can give you an alibi?
Hilda. She was with me all night. Her and Alba, and Dagny, and Erica, Freya, Garrett, Heggie, Magda. They're the trees over there. They're my girls. Very lonely out here. So no, I have no alibi. I hope you find who did it.
You did it. You knew him. You don't have an alibi.
Well, why would I kill him? He was my friend.
Why should I believe you?
Because it sounds like you're doing something about this. Like you want to find out who did it. You should start with people who had a problem with him, not his friends.
Your friend Ascor, what kind of man was he?
Well, he wasn't a simple guy. He was my friend. Our parents were friends. We basically grew up as brothers. But he was sort of ambitious, and that sometimes made him an ass. Listen, it doesn't matter. Just forget what I said.
Ambition could give a motive, if he got in someone's way.
Well, don't look at me. I'm happy where I am. I don't give a troll's ass about promotion.
Hey, you.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a guy who was supposedly seen in the area recently. His name is Ray. Whiny little shitbag. Reckons he's an outlaw. Do you know him?
Ray? No, I've not met him.
Lucky you. Let me know if you meet the little piss streak. I want words with him.